and I have a segment where we each ask 5 almost rapid fire questions, but you don't have to answer them super quick. You can take your time, deliberate, and think about your answer if you need to. So Alex will start us off. I have to keep count of Alex's questions because he always loses count of where he's at. So he'll start, then I'll go, then he'll go, and we'll go 10 questions.
I guess I'm just not an analytics guy. I need my scorebook, I guess, or something. So first one, what has been one of your quarantine binge watches this year?
That's a great one. Homeland. My wife and I watched that after the girls went to bed. You know, it was like an episode a night. That was a big one. Ozark. Waiting on another season of that coming. So this has been, I guess, a time where we can catch up on a little bit of that, huh?
Yeah. So you are a father of 2 girls, and you're the only guy in your family. So what is the best thing about being a girl dad?
You know, I would say that's a good question. It's definitely when you come home after being at work, it's not the same old, you know. Right. There's a lot of dancing that goes on in our kitchen and things like that. So, and you could be nice more often than, you know, a lot of times dads are harder on their sons. Yeah. You can probably be a little bit more loving and nice all the time as a girl's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, if you could go back and play any position at the professional level, what position would you choose?
I would have loved to be a shortstop. You know, I know a lot of people say catching or pitching, but I threw left-handed, and I just think shortstops, they're involved in everything. And I know as a coach how important it is. I'm always talking to our shortstop. I would love to have been in the middle of everything.
So that goes into my question, which is, what is the most important position in baseball?
Tomorrow's starting pitcher.
You're so wrong. The answer is first base. I'm going to continuously try to build the first base brand over this show because we're just like linemen. We're offensive linemen. There's no love except from anybody on the team. The shortstops know when they make a bad throw and we pick them. They pick us up. No one else cares. So I'm going to continuously do that. So that's the wrong answer.
No, you're right. You're right. First base is more important than you're letting on that people think it is. It's pretty important. It's just not as important as the guy that's throwing 120 pitches that day.
What would be your biggest pet peeve?
In what?
In life.
Whew. Man, I try not to get frustrated too much. I don't like some little things, you know, like when people don't turn their blinkers on when you're driving behind them just because they don't think they have to, or things like that. But there aren't too many things that bother me too much. I try to not focus on them.
I'll tell you what bothers him. I'll give you the answer. It's when players on his teams that he coaches has girlfriends, and the girlfriends matter more than the baseball. That right there is the answer.
I would say that would be frustrating. Yeah. The whole goal when you put together a baseball team, you want kids to have a great experience, but, man, we want them to be awesome on the field.
That's right. Are you a pants up or a pants down guy back in your playing days and now in your coaching days?
Like 70-30, probably 80-20 pants down. Sometimes up as a player, depending on, you know, the uni. A lot of times, as you know, there are certain summer ball teams or minor league teams where, you know, it doesn't get halfway down your calf. So you got to pull that one up. But, 80-20 pants down.
Do you prefer drinking water or any sort of drink out of plastic or glass cups better?
Oh, that's a great question.
And the reason I'm asking this, I've asked this before. I was going to change up my questions for every show. I've been given positive feedback about this question, and it's become pretty contentious. So think about your answer before you answer.
At the house, glass. Guys will joke with me. There's sometimes I'll have a glass in my helmet rack that I brought from home, and I had it during the day. I think that, like, the Corksicles or the Yetis, I think those are great because you can go from water to coffee, like, really easily. That would probably be my favorite thing. It's just more expensive if you lose it than a plastic cup is.
Yeah.
So I would say number one would be the Corsical or the Yeti. Number two would be glass. Number three would be plastic. But if you're on the road and you're traveling a lot, sometimes it's just easier to have the plastic.
Yeah.
And then I think this is number 5 for me, right, Vinnie?
That's correct. Good man.
All right, look at me go. Number 5, if you could have any baseball broadcaster to call one of your past games, who would you have chosen?
Wow. That's a great question. I would probably say, just growing up a Yankee fan, Phil Rizzuto. Just
you a John Sterling guy?
Yeah, I like John Sterling. I mean, but that's the thing. Like, I don't listen to the announcers in Chicago or in, there's not a lot of, right. You listen to your local market especially on AM radio or on just the radio broadcast. But that was just growing up, we were listening to them during, when we were in the car. So I would say there. And then it's just where everybody knows Vin Scully.
Yeah.
But I think hearing Scooter say like, holy cow, and all those things, that would be awesome.
All right. I have a follow-up. So you grew up, you like John Sterling. Let's say you played for the Yankees and you hit a home run. What do you think John Sterling's home run call is going to be for you?
That's a great question. I don't know. I didn't hit enough home runs that I had to really.
He got hit no homers. He has no power. He's a
situation, but he has some awesome ones. And man, I don't know what it would be called. Do you have any idea?
The call for his home run would be, "Oh my God, it actually happened! A home run! He hit a home run! This is history, folks." That would be the call.
We can fly ball to center field right now.
Yeah,
carrying the wind got it.
This doesn't count as one of my questions, but how's your swing? I know you're always in the cage. What are you still hitting line drive?
Not feeling as much right now. It's slowed down. I got to make sure to play when the ball's moving slowly. I still like doing the bunting competitions. I feel like as you get older, to kind of go back to the beginning, you try to play skill games as opposed to talent games.
Yeah.
Your God-given ability decreases as you get a little older, but your skill can hold on. So, any bunting game or bat control game would be I would not want to play an exit velocity game with these guys.
So my last question, this is an important one. When are you finally going to give up and just go bald?
I like the no guard. Right now it's been like 2 weeks. So I'm going to shave the head again probably. You can't helps out. So it's 51 out here today and tomorrow, but I'll probably shave it back, no guard. I don't know, for whatever reason. It's not a vanity thing. It's just I like how that feels better probably than when you don't have hair. You're not making decisions really based on vanity.
Yeah.